Yo, what's good everyone? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new, hit that subscribe button and join us as we tackle India's massive layoff crisis in 2025. With Trump's tariffs shaking things up and thousands losing jobs in tech hubs like Bengaluru, people are asking, what's the government doing? How many are jobless and what are they doing instead? Plus, if you're unemployed, how do you find a job or pivot to something else? In the next 10 minutes, we'll break down the numbers, government moves, and real strategies to get back on track. Let's dive in. India's job market is in turmoil. The IT sector, worth $283 billion and employing over 5 million, is slashing jobs. TCS alone plans to cut 12,000 or 2% of its workforce. Startups have axed over 28,000 jobs since January 2025, and sectors like auto parts and textiles are hurting thanks to Trump's 25% tariffs on Indian exports effective August 7, 2025. How many are working? According to the 2023-24 Periodic Labor Force Survey (PLFS), about 600 million of India's 625 million labor force are employed, leaving 25 million unemployed, a 4.9% unemployment rate. Youth unemployment ages 15 to 29 is higher at 13.8%, with urban areas at 6.5% and rural at 4.5%. Women face tougher odds, with urban female unemployment at 20.1%. Indians abroad? Around 18 million work overseas, with 8.8 million in Gulf countries, 1.5 million in the US, and others in Canada and the UK, mostly in IT, healthcare, and construction, sending back $100 billion yearly. So, what are the 25 million unemployed doing? About 28 million educated youth are actively job hunting, but 100 million, mostly women, are discouraged workers who've stopped looking. Another 150 million youth are in education or training, hoping for better prospects. Many turn to informal work, think street vending, gig apps like Zomato, or unpaid family labor, especially in rural areas where 46.1% of jobs are in agriculture. These jobs often pay little and lack security. The issue? A skill mismatch. Over 13% of graduates are jobless, compared to less than 1% with only primary education, as grads hold out for better jobs. Some seek work abroad, but that's costly and competitive. The government's fighting on multiple fronts. First, they're tackling Trump's tariffs, which hit $87 billion in exports like pharmaceuticals and electronics. India's pushing for a trade deal to hit $500 billion in U.S. trade by 2030, with talks set for August 25, 2025, in New Delhi. They've cut tariffs on U.S. goods like bourbon, but are protecting farmers to avoid rural job losses. Second, they're ramping up skilling. The Ministry of Skill Development is training 20% lakh youth in AI, cybersecurity, and more, with 1,000 industrial training institutes being upgraded. The Economic Survey 2024-25% says India needs 7.8% 5 million non-farm jobs yearly until 2030. Schemes like Make in India and Startup India are pushing manufacturing and entrepreneurship, with self-employment at 58.4%. Third, legal protections exist under the Industrial Disputes Act of 1947, requiring firms with over 100 employees to get layoff approval in some cases. But enforcement is weak, and companies like TCS dodge rules by calling cuts restructuring. No major unemployment benefits or stimulus are out yet, leaving workers frustrated. If you're unemployed, here are 5 clear, trusted strategies to find jobs or alternatives, backed by reliable sources and tailored for 2025 India. 1. Upskill with government programs. Join Skill India's free or low-cost courses in high-demand fields like AI, data analytics, and renewable energy. Visit ncs.gov.in or skillindia.gov.in to find local training centers. The PMKVY4 scheme offers 3 to 6 month courses with placement support, training over 7 million since 2015. Focus on skills like cloud computing, where demand grew 20% in 2024 NASCOM. 2. Use verified job portals, register on ncs.gov.in National Career Service for government-backed job listings. Over 1 crore jobs posted since its launch. Also use Naukri.com, LinkedIn, and Indeed, filtering for roles in growing sectors like biotech or logistics. Update your profile weekly and apply to 10 to 15 jobs daily, tailoring your resume. Job fairs, like those by NSDC, are listed on ncs.gov. 3. Explore gig work with established platforms. For immediate income, join trusted gig platforms like Upwork for freelancing, coding, writing, design, or Ola, and Swiggy for local gigs. These platforms verify clients and offer payment security. Gig work grew 30% in urban India in 2024 per team lease, but prioritize platforms with user reviews to avoid scams. Start a micro business with government support. Apply for loans up to 50 Indian rupees lakh through the Mudra Yojana pundrayojana.in to start a small business, like a food stall or e-commerce venture. Over 40 core loans have been dispersed since 2015. Check startupindia.gov.in for mentorship and tax benefits. Self-employment is 58.4% of jobs, so this is a viable path. 5. Network via industry events and volunteering. Attend free job fairs or webinars listed on ncs.gov.in or industry bodies like NASSCOM. Volunteer with NGOs or startups via i-volunteer.in to build skills and connections. A 2024 LinkedIn study found 60% of Indian hires come through referrals, so networking is key. These strategies are vetted and practical, but they have limits. Skilling takes months, gig work lacks benefits, and loans carry risks. Still, they're backed by government or reputable platforms, unlike risky overseas job schemes or unverified apps. The government's internship scheme for 1 crore youth in top firms is promising but still rolling out. India's got 600 million working, 25 million unemployed, and 18 million abroad. The jobless are hunting, studying, or in low-paying gigs. The government's fighting tariffs, skilling youth, and pushing new jobs, but weak enforcement and no direct aid are gaps. For the unemployed, trusted options like Skill India, ncs.gov.in, gig platforms, Mudra loans, and networking can help you bounce back. What's your move? Tried any of these strategies? Share your job hunting tips in the comments. Hit that like button if this helped, and share to spread the word. Subscribe and ring the bell for more. Catch you in the next one.